Good morning, students. Today we will discuss how to use Cauchy residue theorem to solve the integrals of the type in which the integrand is a function of sine theta and cos theta, and the limits of integration are from 0 to 2 pi, and this integral is on the unit circle. Let us see some problems based on this type. So the first problem is to evaluate the integral from 0 to 2 pi of the function 1 upon a plus b cos theta. Now let us take the equation of unit circle, which is given by z mod is equal to 1. So any point on this circle is given by z is equal to e raised to the power iota theta. Differentiating from here, we get dz is equal to e raised to the power iota theta into iota d theta. So from here, the value of d theta, that will become dz upon iota z. Now let us write cos theta in terms of z. By definition, e raised to the power iota theta, that is given by cos theta plus iota sine theta, and e raised to the power minus iota theta, that will be cos theta minus iota sine theta. So if we add these two and divide by 2, we get cos theta is equal to e raised to the power iota theta plus e raised to the power minus iota theta divided by 2. Now e raised to the power iota theta, that is z, e raised to the power minus iota theta, that is 1 by z. So cos theta will become z plus 1 by z divided by 2. Now let us substitute the values of d theta and cos theta in the given integral. So the given integral becomes integral over the circle C, 1 upon a plus b. The value of cos theta is z plus 1 by z divided by 2. The value of d theta is dz upon iota z. Now simplifying this integral, this takes the form 2 upon b iota into integral over the circle C of the function 1 upon z square plus 2az upon b plus 1. Let us denote this function by the function f of z. Now let us find the poles of this function. Now the poles of this function are given by putting its denominator is equal to 0. We get z square plus 2az upon b plus 1 is equal to 0. Simplifying, this equation takes the form bz square plus 2az plus b is equal to 0. Solving this quadratic equation, we get two values of z, which we have denoted by alpha and beta. Alpha is minus a plus under root a square minus b square upon b, and beta is minus a minus under root a square minus b square divided by b. Now from here we can see that the product of the roots, that will be b upon b, means 1. Product of the roots is 1, and beta, that is numerically greater than 1. So we can say that alpha will be numerically less than 1. Now because the given circle is unit circle and beta mod is greater than 1, so z is equal to beta does not lie inside the circle C. It means we have only one pole, z is equal to alpha, inside the circle C. Now let us find the residue at z is equal to alpha. By definition, residue at z is equal to alpha, that is given by limit z approaches to alpha of the function z minus alpha into 1 upon z minus alpha into z minus beta. Now these two terms are cancelled out. So As we take z approaches to alpha, this will become 1 upon alpha minus beta. Now, substituting the values of alpha and beta here, we get the value of residue at z is equal to alpha, which is given by b upon 2 into under root a square minus b square. Now, by Cauchy residue theorem, the integral of the function f over the circle C is given by 2 pi iota into residue at z is equal to alpha. Substituting the value of residue here, this integral becomes b pi iota upon under root a square minus b square. Now, let us put the value of this integral in the integral I. So, the integral I becomes 2 pi divided by under root a square minus b square. So, this is the value of the given integral. Now, our next problem is to evaluate the integral from the limits 0 to 2 pi of the function cos 2 theta upon 5 plus 4 cos theta. We are to show that this integral has the value pi upon 6. Now, because cos 2 theta, that is the real part of e raised to the power 2 iota theta. So, we can replace cos 2 theta by the real part of e raised to the power 2 iota theta. Now, let us find the value of d theta and cos theta as we already discussed in the first problem. To find d theta from the equation of unit circle, the value of z will be e raised to the power iota theta. So, dz will be iota into e raised to the power iota theta d theta. So, d theta will become dz upon iota z, and cos theta, that is z plus 1 by z divided by 2. Now, substituting the value of cos theta and d theta in the integral I. So, the integral I takes the form real part of 1 upon 2 iota integral over the circle C of the function z square upon z square plus 5 by 2z plus 1. Let us denote this function by the function f of z. It means we are to find the real part of 1 upon 2 iota integral f of z over the circle C. Now, to evaluate this integral, we use Cauchy residue theorem, and for that theorem we require the values of all the residues at finite poles of this function. So, let us find the poles of this function. To find poles of this function, let us put the denominator is equal to 0. So, we get z square plus 5 by 2z plus 1 is equal to 0. Simplifying this equation, we get two values of z. One value is minus half and second value is minus 2. Now, z is equal to minus 2, that is numerically greater than 1. So, there is only one pole, z is equal to minus half, which lies within the circle C. Now, let us find the residue at z is equal to minus half. By definition of residue, that can be written as limit z approaches to minus half of the function z plus half into z square upon z plus half into z plus 2. Z plus half is cancelled out. As we take z approaches to minus half, this expression will become 1 by 6. So, we have obtained the value of residue at z is equal to minus half. So, by Cauchy residue theorem, integral of the function over the circle C, that is given by 2 pi iota into the value of residue at z is equal to minus half. Putting the value of residue here, this integral will become pi iota upon 3. Now, the integral I, that is the real part of 1 upon 2 iota into integral of f over the circle C. Now, integral of function f over the circle C, that is pi iota upon 3. So, the integral I becomes real part of pi by 6, which is pi by 6. So, we have evaluated the value of the integral I, which is pi by 6. Now, you can do the problems of same type from the book.